The story begins with a warm, rustic family estate nestled in a valley surrounded by autumnal woods. It's the annual family reunion, where cousins, uncles, aunts, and grandparents gather. The protagonist, Elena, a reserved and thoughtful woman in her early 30s, arrives after years of avoiding the event, carrying emotional baggage. As the evening sun casts golden hues, she reconnects with her distant cousin, Daniel, a charming yet enigmatic man in his mid-30s who seems to understand her unspoken struggles. As the night deepens, Elena and Daniel find themselves on the garden terrace under a full moon. Their conversation turns intimate as they reminisce about childhood memories and discuss the paths their lives have taken. The tension between them is subtle but undeniable, with the silence between words speaking volumes. The following day, during a quiet walk along a forest trail, Elena opens up about her struggles, her failed relationships, her feelings of inadequacy, and the fear of being vulnerable again. Daniel listens intently, sharing his own story of heartbreak and resilience. This shared vulnerability forges a deeper connection. At the evening bonfire, surrounded by the flickering warmth and the laughter of family, Daniel takes a moment to confess his growing feelings for Elena. It's a bold and unexpected move, but his sincerity catches her off guard. The chemistry between them is now undeniable, but the complexities of their familial connection linger. On the final morning of the reunion, Elena sits on the estate's front porch, torn between the temptation to pursue a relationship with Daniel and the fear of judgment from their family. Daniel approaches, offering her reassurance and leaving the choice in her hands. It's a pivotal moment of introspection and courage. Elena decides to follow her heart, and the story concludes with the two of them driving away from the estate together, ready to navigate the challenges and joys of their unconventional romance. The road ahead is uncertain but full of promise. Elena and Daniel arrive at a quaint lakeside cabin far from the family estate. It's a place Daniel often retreats to for solitude, and he chose it to give Elena the space to think without judgment. The evening is quiet, with the lake shimmering under the fading light. They cook a simple dinner together, their connection growing through shared tasks and stolen glances. As the fire crackles in the cabin's hearth, Daniel finally asks Elena about her fears. She hesitates but eventually confesses her worry about family disapproval and the fear of losing the fragile happiness she's found. Daniel assures her he's willing to face the world with her, no matter the challenges. Their conversation turns into a tender embrace, sealing their bond. A week later, they decide to confront their family. Returning to the estate, they find a mix of emotions, surprise, concern, and some outright disapproval. But their grandmother, the family matriarch, steps in, sharing a story of her own long-forgotten love that was equally complicated. Her wisdom inspires a wave of reluctant acceptance. In a bid to lighten the mood after the tense reunion, the family organizes an impromptu evening of music and dance. Amid the twinkling lights and laughter, Elena and Daniel share a private dance on the patio. For the first time, they feel fully at ease, their love quietly flourishing amidst the family's newfound understanding. As weeks turn into months, Elena and Daniel settle into their new life together, balancing their relationship with family interactions. They begin renovating a small house near the family estate, creating a space uniquely their own. The effort brings them closer, turning the house into a symbol of their commitment. The family gathers once again, this time for a celebration in honor of the couple's engagement. Elena and Daniel are the center of attention, their love story now an inspiration rather than a point of contention. Toasts are made, laughter echoes, and the bonds of family are stronger than ever. After their engagement, Elena and Daniel take a brief escape to the Italian countryside before the wedding planning begins. They stay at a vineyard estate surrounded by rolling hills and golden fields. The days are filled with wine tasting, quiet picnics, and heartfelt conversations about their dreams for the future. Back home, the wedding preparations begin. While most of the family supports the couple, a few lingering skeptics still voice concerns about the relationship. Elena and Daniel handle it with grace, prioritizing their vision of a simple, heartfelt ceremony in the same valley where their love blossomed. The big day arrives, with family and friends gathering in the valley where it all began. Elena wears a vintage lace gown, and Daniel stands dapper in a tailored suit. They exchange vows beneath an arch of wildflowers, surrounded by golden fields and the people who have grown to accept and celebrate their love. As the night unfolds, the newlyweds share their first dance beneath the stars. String lights illuminate the dance floor, and the music drifts softly into the night. Family members join them one by one, creating a heartwarming scene of unity and celebration. Months later, Elena and Daniel settle into their renovated home, preparing for the arrival of their first child. The nursery is a blend of soft pastels and handmade touches, symbolizing the love and care they've poured into building their life together. Their journey has only just begun. Years later, Elena and Daniel host a reunion at their home, now filled with the laughter of their children and the warmth of a growing extended family. They reflect on how their once taboo romance became the foundation for a love story that inspired everyone around them. As the years go by, Elena and Daniel's children grow up, each discovering their unique paths. The couple remains the cornerstone of their family, offering wisdom and love. One autumn evening, they gather their children to share stories about their journey, hoping to inspire resilience and courage. As their eldest child gets married, Elena and Daniel find themselves in the role of proud parents, watching history repeat itself. They guide their child through the complexities of love and family, drawing from their own experiences. The wedding is a joyful celebration, full of laughter and tears. One evening, Daniel surprises Elena with a photo album he's been quietly curating. The pages are filled with moments from their life together, pictures of their wedding, family trips, birthdays, and quiet days at home. They sit together, reminiscing and marveling at how far they've come. As their children begin lives of their own, Elena and Daniel take a leap and start traveling together. They explore places they once dreamed of visiting, from bustling European cities to quiet island getaways. Their bond deepens as they rediscover each other in new environments. Elena and Daniel become mentors within their community, offering advice on relationships and family to younger couples. Their unique story becomes a source of inspiration, proving that love can conquer judgment, fear, and doubt when nurtured with honesty and courage. 50 years after their first encounter at the family reunion, Elena and Daniel celebrate their golden anniversary. The celebration is held at the family estate, surrounded by generations of loved ones. The valley where their story began is filled with music, laughter, and love. In their twilight years, Elena and Daniel reflect on the life they built together. Sitting on the porch of their beloved home, they watch their grandchildren play, their hearts full of gratitude for the choices they made. They leave behind not only a legacy of love, but also a story that will be told for generations. One of Elena and Daniel's grandchildren, Sophia, grows up captivated by her grandparents' love story. A talented artist in her early 20s, she decides to create a gallery exhibition inspired by their lives, blending paintings, sketches, and photographs that trace their journey. The project becomes a way for Sophia to explore her own fears about love and identity.